that would never work in the same vein if I was a white Jewish American of Ashkenazi descent.
What? What are we talking about?
That's just the reality. But when you're Muslim, there is an additional oomph to the way that
Muslim now? Wait, what was it? Was it Turk or Arab or brown? Or no, now it's Muslim. What? Culturally Muslim or like religiously Muslim? What are you talking about? I don't know what this guy's talking about. What? Going from broke to rich? What? No. Don't trigger me. Not right now. It's too late.
both ways. If you're wealthy and you critique capitalism, you're a hypocrite. If you're poor and you critique capitalism, you're jealous. Americans are so fucking cuck sometimes. Exactly. I mean, I've seen both for the record because I was dead broke and was critiquing capitalism. And then people would be like, yeah, because you're
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Okay. Hold on. I recently learned this. I reconfigured my view of the world a little bit. I learned this a little bit with regards to Pixie, actually, was the one that finally got me to change my understanding of this. Although I've kind of said this in the past. When people say they're broke, okay, there's a few different things that broke can mean, okay? So if you're like a working class person and you're broke, okay, broke means that you like don't have any money and you don't have access to any money, okay? So, wait, well, I don't understand why people are saying cucks. I don't know which platform is lagging. Don't know why. Kick is having problems. Oh, good luck. But so broke for some people means you don't have money and you don't have access to any money, okay? So like back in the day, right? So if you're working, you can say like, oh, like I'm broke, I can't go out. I'm broke, I can't pay my phone this month, okay? Only what would the kids now use? Discord, don't text me, okay? My phone's off. But then there's rich kid broke, okay? Rich kid broke is where your personal bank account isn't huge, but mom and dad are still paying for everything and will give you money for anything you want. So when Hasan says he was dead broke, what he means is he probably had to ask mom and dad all the time to buy everything that he wanted. Because if you look at this guy, you look at the clothes that he's worn, you look at the fancy horseback riding lessons that he took growing up, you look at the fact that his family is like one of the wealthiest in Turkey, that his mom and dad were wealthy independently before even coming together, that this guy was traveling the world and came to the US to be educated, right? This guy's never had a broke experience in his entire life, okay? But he was dead broke in that he was only earning $60,000 a year, getting nepoed into his Young Turks job right out of college where he was a frat boy party guy and like a rape frat, and that's all he did, right? But dead broke, he wasn't independently wealthy. He just had his family's wealth, right? You know, it's a hard life.
fucking cuck sometimes. Exactly. I mean, I've seen both for the record because I was dead broke and was critiquing capitalism. And then people would be like, yeah, because you're a fucking loser.
Why do you spend so much time character assassinating instead of critiquing what he's saying? It's like court. The only time you can introduce negative character evidence is to counter positive character evidence. He's talking about his character right now in a disingenuous light, so I'm just bringing up counter evidence to show that the way that he's describing his character is not accurate. What do you mean? He's building up his character, so of course I'm attacking his character. What do you mean? What?
And now that I have money and I still do it, people are like, well, hypocrite much? I didn't change. And it's always so strange. Obviously, this is like personal for me for many different reasons because this is my life's fucking work. But what's so funny about it is like people want you to almost be like, oh, once I got a touch of the bag, like once I touch the bag, it's over. Like this socialism shit is done. You know what I mean? And then they try to rationalize why I'm still doing this. They try to be like, oh, it's because like this is how he's financially incentivized to continue advocating for this kind of shit. And it's like, no, dumbass. Maybe it's because I believe it, you know? People think that like I just fucking was born this way. You know what I mean? I always was this person. I always had this $3 million home. Like it's just so dumb.
I guarantee you that his family, mom and dad, own at least 3 houses that are like of personal homes that are worth more than the slot mansion that he lives in right now.
It genuinely doesn't make sense. Aren't you?
He didn't even do normal horseback riding growing up, okay? He was into fucking equestrian. This is where they like teach you how to like set a table and curtsy and horseback ride all at the same fucking time, okay? And your horse even knows how to light your cigarette for you. This motherfucker grew up in like as one of the wealthiest people in the entire fucking country of Turkey, and then comes to the US for an education that his family pays for. Like, it's so cringe that this guy ever pretends like he had a poor, like this guy would kill himself if he had to be poor for 2 weeks.
Your dad, a billionaire? No, man. Are you're a 27-month subscriber? Are you that fucking stupid? No.
Yeah, the reason why he has the Superman costume is probably just because of that Israel-Palestine shit, or because the Superman was an illegal immigrant or some bullshit, so he wants to like do the politics stuff. Ugh.
I am fortunate enough to be able to financially take care of my parents.
Dude, that it's so cringe. His parents are the ultra wealthy. They're not even the top 1%. They're the top like 0.1 or 0.01%. Both his mom and his dad were insanely fucking wealthy before they even got together. It's crazy. The fact that he just tries to fucking, the fact that he tries to act like he was so poor is so crazy to me.
Both of my parents. There are people who genuinely believe that, by the way. They literally think like, oh,
I'm a billionaire.
Billionaire family.
He says billionaire very specifically. I've learned this trick too, because Taylor Lorenz did a lot. And I've never had it as front and center when she did it. And I think he does as well. Where people will focus, they'll take the one thing. His family's net worth, like mom and dad combined, is easily 9 figures. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Are they worth $1 billion? Maybe not. 100 million plus? Easily. 100%. Billion? Probably not.
It's like, you're fucking dumb. You're so dumb. God damn it. There are a handful of billionaires in Turkey. He would be on fucking lists if that was the case. Is unironically that I know, no, sorry. It's not a no joke situation because I just can't sometimes tell because there are people who like legitimately believe that. And there are people who unironically believe that.
Unironically. If you guys ever want to mine for memes, I've mentioned this before. Some guy sent me this, but his mom had a blog back in, I think this is 2012, but it's in like Turkish. But I had a guy that emailed me stuff from this, and just like his mom's life was just crazy growing up. This woman was like literally traveling the world, going between like her family's multiple homes. And this is just his mom's life. Like, and then his dad was like I think either a C-level exec, I don't know how much equity he had, like in a massive, huge fucking company that ended up exploding. Like his family is like, it wouldn't surprise me if collectively, if they were in that BBB net worth, the billionaire net worth maybe, but 100 million plus easily. It's just crazy. And it's not even like, listen, if you wanted to downplay their wealth, then that's fine. Then downplay your wealth, but don't pretend that you're working class. Oh my God. Like, I bought this home to take care of my family. Like, her mom was bouncing between multiple family homes that her family owned. Like, this is like, Jesus. A fan translator just sent me this. The first time I visited my parents' hometown, Kilis, a small border city in southeastern Anatolia, I was about 9 or 10 years old. My maternal grandparents still kept a house there at the time, and it was one of the most incredible places I had ever seen. Her maternal grandparents kept a house there, just had extra homes, I guess. Her grandparents! You entered into an open courtyard that had the kitchen and several small rooms bordering it, and a door to a small backyard, and then there were stairs on the side wall that took you up to the family's living quarters. I felt like I was in a fairy tale house. It was so different than the cement blocks that we called home back in Istanbul. Oh my God. He does that my dad lost all of his wealth meme. When? And that bullshit. This is literally what the commies online said about your family. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like projection. My mom wishes she was the whatever she needed to be to live this life. Most of my life, I felt like a visitor passing through without belonging to any place in particular. I would be forever getting ready for the next trip. When I was a teenager growing up in the States, I used to think that if we owned a summer house in Turkey, I would have a place and friends to call my own and feel a sense of normalcy somehow. While most of my friends were envious of my life of jet-setting across the Atlantic back and forth, I always envied their simple summer plans of going away to the same place to be with the same people, doing the same things. Even having a family didn't make a difference in my life. Now I was moving the whole family back and forth. These were the thoughts I always had to compete with as I agonized over our summer plans every single year. We were never able to create the stable atmosphere I'd been longing for. Like, My mother agonizes as she's not sure where in the world we're going to spend this summer. Like, bro, I hate him so much. Oh my God. Every single article, she's in a different country or house. Yeah, apparently she was going to have like a career in fashion. Do you think it's fair to say Asman is worse than Hasan right now? He's saying some actual insanely disgusting shit. Now? Asman's been worse than Hasan for a while. Hasan is more damaging in my corner of the internet to me personally because he's so obsessed with me personally, psychosexually. But Asmongold has been more damaging and more horrible for the world, I don't know, for several months. The problem is that, like, as the Democrats have lost power, like, Hasan becomes more and more relegated to, nothingness. Because all these guys do on the left is just shit on, Democrats. That's all they do, right? It's kind of funny. The joke used to be, if Trump wins, that'll be really good for you guys, right? Not for them, right? Like, it feels like, or maybe this is just my corner of the internet. I don't know. We can go look at the viewership, but it feels like the big people that have come up in the past year haven't been like the Majority Report or Hasan Piker. It feels like all these people are kind of sloping off, and it's been like Midas Touch. Hopefully that Luke Beasley guy is still growing. Adam the Mogler. Like, it's been the liberals that have been coming up more because they can benefit, in a dark way from Trump being president because they're there to critique Trump all the time. Oh yeah, Brian Tyler Cohen. Hopefully Josiah is still growing. Wait, is this? Hold on, I'm sorry. Who's Dogan? Is that Hasan's dad? Dogan Uyghur is an engineer, entrepreneur, and writer. Born and raised in southern Turkey, he attended college in Istanbul before moving to the U.S. for graduate school in 1961. He has started and ran businesses both in Turkey and America, including International Makina Sanayi, a company that was at the forefront of Turkish machine manufacturing during the 1970s. After escaping political upheaval in Turkey in 1978, he returned to the U.S., where he worked in commercial real estate for nearly 30 years. Today he lives in Freehold, New Jersey. Escaped political upheaval? Oh no. Is he running from I don't even know what was going on in Turkey in 1978. I just don't know the Turkish history. Hasan is lying. I grew up affluent, and I didn't have to worry about making ends meet or having to take on a job or anything like that. Ooh. Father was on the board of a $4 billion company. Ooh. Mum is a commercial landlord. Yikes. British person wrote this community note. Not good. Hired by his uncle's network right out of college. Do you find this helpful? Damn. Oh my God.
His involvement in global affairs, like his moral compass, causes others to also take action, causes others who have power to also take action. He literally makes people, he springs others into action. That's the whole point. That is the I don't know. I just saw like a lot of what I've tried to do with commentary in general, which is like to influence others to also do right and to defend vulnerable people and to show by not just telling, but also doing, no matter what the repercussions are. And I think that's that was what was great. Like, he is an inspirational figure, not just inspirational towards human beings, but also towards metahumans and people who are powerful themselves. Like, sometimes it's okay to do good.
Based. King.
What is with white people? They have to, wherever they go. Like, is that just like a...
Oh my God. It's politics on Twitch. It's going to be Hasan shitting on white people for no reason. And then it's going to be the cockroach shitting on white people for no reason. And then it's going to be the Roach King talking about how America is just for white people. Oh my God. Oh...
They go. Like, is that just like an epigenetic thing? Like, what the fuck's going on? Everywhere you go, you got to be like, listen, this place is racist, but not racist enough for my taste. Okay, you're the foreigner. Like, what are you talking about?
Complaining about foreigners as Japan as a foreigner is the most insane thing that I can think of. I can't make this shit up.
Since I'll say this much: since the last time I've been in Japan, this is my third time now.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot more fucking white people out here.
Oh, for sure.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
And I don't like it.
If you are a foreigner in Japan because you're white, then what does that make every other person that's not white in America? That's not the kind of identity politics you really want to play. That's a bad...
Why would you say this?
bad way of doing things. The reason why there's a big difference between people like abroad in Japan and PewDiePie versus somebody like Johnny Somali, the big difference is that people like abroad in Japan or some of the people that come here to the United States, actually the majority of legal immigrants that come here to the United States, come here and they assimilate into the culture and they don't cause any problems. They're trying to just simply exist inside of a different...
Another huge problem you have too with these guys going back and forth is Asmongold is always going to be able to put a more coherent point across when it comes to identity politics stuff, because Hasan weaponizes identity politics to force feed you class consciousness, which is fucking retarded, okay? Nobody cares. It's never happening, okay? After the Bolsheviks, the whole of Europe didn't even go communist. The US is never going communist. It's never happening, okay? It's never, we're so far past that. But the fascists have come and gone, all right? And nobody gave a fuck about communism. It's never happening. It's just never happening, okay? They tried. They failed like 20 different times. They've continued to fail at every single point today. And the only success that the quote-unquote socialist countries are experiencing are because of their openness and liberalization of their trade and their economies. That's it, okay? It's never happening. Hasan weaponizes identity politics to feed you class consciousness, and then Asmongold weaponizes identity politics to feed you worse identity politics. So Asmongold is always going to have the better point, just because he's playing in a more, as disgusting as it is to say, he's more honest about it, and I think that comes across to the viewer as being more honest about it. Like Hasan, a Turkish, I don't even know where the fuck this racial predator, like camouflage guy, I don't even know where he's from or what he pretends to be. It depends at any point in time. He's literally Rainbow Road changing, okay, right before our eyes. How are you going to have this guy being hypercritical of what races of people can live in what places? But it's not races of people. It's really only white people. But it's actually not only white people. It's just white Western people, because it actually has nothing to do with white people at all. It just has to do with like imperialism, which is like even more disconnected from everything. And then Asmongold will just be like, bro, white people rule. Fuck you. And if you don't like white people in Japan, then we don't like colored people in America. And it's like, in listening to all these people, well, Asmongold seems to be making a more coherent point, which is unfortunate. And how fucked this platform is for politics, but
is that people like abroad in Japan or some of the people that come here to the United States, actually the majority of legal immigrants that come here to the United States, come here and they assimilate into the culture and they don't cause any problems. They're trying to just simply exist inside of a different culture. And so that's it. America is not white people's land. That's Europe. Well, it is. It is. It absolutely is white people's land. We fought a war over it. Duh.
Who did we fight the war against? Was it against the blacks? Who? Okay.
It got conquered. Like, yeah, there's a whole war over this. Why do you think that the line is drawn in a certain way between Texas and Mexico? How do you think?
Which? Well, oh, is he? I don't. Is he referring to the natives? Is that the war that he's talking about? I thought we were talking about the Revolutionary War, or the Civil War. I don't even know. Okay, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows?
Between Texas and Mexico. How do you think Zimbabwe was founded? How do you think Afghanistan was founded? How do you think China was founded? It's the same way. Mongolia, like that.
What? I don't. All of these countries are not founded the same way. The borders are not drawn the same way, but.
That's the way it was every single place.
But okay, based. Why don't do this to me?
We'll turn around and you will turn around and say that's easy if you're not targeted. That's why I'm factoring people who are targeted. Okay. And also, I have a point of marginalization that has been a fairly important part of the political conversation over the last 2 years, don't you think? You know, I know it too. I experience it as well. And I have to fucking eat it all the goddamn time. Do you think I enjoy having to talk to people who call me a terrorist every goddamn day?
He wants to lean into this like terrorist thing so hard. Like maybe after 9/11, well, definitely after 9/11, and maybe with the rise of ISIS, this definitely happened. But over the past like 10 years? What do we like, bro? You don't even pass for being a terrorist, okay? ISIS would take one look at you and you know what? They would actually worship you because the number one fucking consumers of that ISIS oil from Syria, we're fucking Turks. They love. You want to talk about slurping up a milkshake? God, just I just want you to know that for everything people say that I think about Israel, I think about Turkey 100 times over. Turkey's the best country, and if you're Turkish, you should be the proudest of your country, because what absolute fucking warriors, okay?
Do you think I
What absolute warriors.
enjoy the fact that there is heavy scrutiny over the things I'm saying? But that would never work in the same vein if I was a white Jewish American of Ashkenazi descent.
What? What are we talking about? White Jewish American. First of all, if you're a Nazi, you don't even consider white people and Jewish the same. And then I like how he has to specify of Ashkenazi descent. So we're not talking about the Sephardic, the Middle Eastern Jew. What the fuck are we even doing right now? We're on like so many levels of idpol. I can't even keep up. I feel like I'm in a J-Reg video right now. What? If only I was a white Jew with Ashkenazi origin.
Work in the same vein if I was a white Jewish American of Ashkenazi descent. The same exact things that I'm saying right now. If I was a white Jewish American of Ashkenazi descent, no one fucking give a shit. The same exact things I'm saying right now. If I was a white Christian American and not even of Jewish descent, nobody would give a shit.
What are you talking about? We're not to play the Jew card, but like, weren't Jewish kids literally being bullied out of class in like Columbia and Harvard and all that shit? Wasn't there like a whole ass thing for like 6 months that was going on this for the cringe ballet protesters? I feel like this all happened, no?
Okay? That's just the reality. But when you're Muslim, there is an additional oomph to the way that
Muslim now? Wait, what was it? Was it Turk or Arab or brown? Or no, now it's Muslim. What, culturally Muslim or like religiously Muslim? What are you talking about? I don't know what this guy's talking about. What?
people fucking cover this stuff. But when you're Muslim, there is an additional oomph to the way that people fucking cover this stuff. And as someone who recognizes that, I choose to fucking eat it every goddamn day. So
this is also my favorite thing about Turks is that because Americans are so retarded, when Turkish people act crazy, it just makes us hate Arabs more. And I guess Muslims, of which Hasan is neither. But most Americans think Turkish and Arabs are the same. Even Denims did when she put Hasan on that on that chart. Didn't realize that Turkish people aren't Arab. Don't tell a Turkish person that though.
yes, I do understand the point of marginalization and the dehumanization. Okay, it is what it is. In order to make a broader point, in order to get people to understand your position, in order to get people on your side, sometimes you have to. Are you still simping for the mass murderer? Who's the mass murderer I'm simping for? Benjamin Netanyahu? Is that what you're fucking talking about? What the hell?
Dude, it's going to be so fucking scary for Hasan if the ceasefire holds for the Gaza shit. Because this motherfucker is not going to have shit to talk about. There's like no bait. What is he going to make a stream being homophobic against Pete Buttigieg some more? I mean, at least he'd actually be living up to his Muslim heritage if he was going to do that. But I don't even know what the fuck this guy's going to be talking about.
What, is this the new meta? I don't even know what the fuck you mean.
My face when you're a Muslim in the United States and all the Christians are fear-mongering over you. Meanwhile, the evangelicals are hosting fucking WWF events for their fallen political leaders, Charlie Kirk. Jesus.
For the record, I didn't hang out with Zoran. I don't know him like that. I don't know him like that at all. I got invited by other teams. So I don't know why they're stressing so much. You want to yell at somebody, yell at AOC. AOC is back to posting on
What, did she personally call you and invite you to the rally? Hasan, we need you here so bad right now. Hasan Biker, please.
AOC is back to posting on Twitter. Yeah, I actually did talk to her about this as well. She said she was like not posting that much on Twitter, but she's back. She's back to posting on Twitter.
Thanks for the insight.
Want to post on Twitter is fucking a
King
nightmare in general. And for the record,
kill me.